Hi, and welcome back to Hacker101. In this session, we're going to talk about local and remote file inclusion bugs. These are some of the most crippling bugs imaginable, though they're not seen very commonly. Imagine the following scenario. You're testing a website and you see the URL on screen. We've all seen URLs that look like this in the past, but determining possible vulnerabilities and exploiting them can be really interesting. You change the query string to read page equals test, and you get an error indicating that test.php could not be included. Interesting. It seems to be using the PHP include function to reference page plus.php. If we can control code that's on the server, this gives us a nice local file inclusion vulnerability. Well, what if we change it to reference a URL as the page? Suddenly, it's making a request to that URL and executing whatever code exists there. That means that this is both a local file inclusion vulnerability and remote file inclusion. In other words, we can execute any code we want on this server, taking complete control. A fun side effect of this is that authorization controls can often be bypassed via LFI. For instance, going to the page named admin might cause an authorization failure, but going to admin users might actually let you right in. In terms of mitigation, the easiest way to solve this is to not allow user input to end up in an include function or others like it. This is the only surefire approach to the problem. If not that, you need to use the strictest whitelist possible. If you're using this to allow access to some pages, for instance, hard code their names, ensuring that those and only those are accessible. If for some reason neither of those approaches will work, removing directory separators is an option, albeit one I recommend against. That will prevent both URLs and directory traversal from working, making your file system into the whitelist effectively. But bear in mind that any files that are in that same directory will be accessible. Thus, it's really easy to get this wrong. As always, thanks for watching and happy breaking.